Hi, it's about time I made a video and we're back with another episode of my new color book series. I don't know how many episodes of this I want to do, and I've got a real messy bun today, and you know how like girls can like do a messy bun? Yeah, no, I just look messy. I tried even, no, let's not get into it, but we're working on color book number 2, which is the brown one. And I wanted to do this look that I've been seeing around on Instagram where basically it's like a creative cut crease with like white liner in it. And so I think I'm gonna start with like this row and then move into this row and then do the liner with this dark brown. Or maybe this reddish brown. So I thought this shirt was brown, but in the viewfinder it's orange. So we're just gonna pretend that it's brown, you know? So in the picture, she doesn't really have like a cohesive cut crease, but I'm just gonna be inspired by it. I'm not gonna completely recreate it, but I'm gonna go in with my Conceal and Define Concealer from Revolution in shade 12.5, my favorite concealer, and it always will be, unless NARS makes a concealer that I agree with. So I have my little light up mirror behind my ring light, so hopefully I can see everything I'm doing. I probably can't because it's far and I got astigmatism to all hell. I'm just gonna carve out my brows real quick, and I like carving it out with a sponge because I feel like I get a more airbrush effect, more like filtered effect. I get this blending brush from Wet n Wild because they're like 40 cents on Amazon, and go in with this shade and kind of like bring it up to my brow bone. Actually no, I'm gonna go in with this lighter shade right here and bring that up to my brow bone and then go in with that shade. This goes on really nice. Like you can't really see it because I'm just using it as a transition shade, but like it picks up on the brush really well. Don't really have to put much effort into it. And then let me ignore that eye and go in with that orangey brown. And I'm gonna pat it on before I blend it up so I can get a good color payoff without much fallout. And I think I'm gonna wing it out. And now I think I want to go in with this deep warm brown right here because I want like an intense kind of color buildup, which isn't as dark as I thought it would be. It was going to look darker after I cut the crease. And I think when I cut the crease, I'm going to go in with one of these shimmers because I'm trying to, for all the color parts of this, use only shades that are in this palette. Because originally, if this had been a regular day, I would have just gone in with my Airspun loose highlighter because I've been really loving that for like natural cut creases lately. It doesn't last as long as like a shimmer eyeshadow would, but it does come off really nice. Actually, I'm really liking this blend. I don't know if you can see it, but it's really nice. It's very soft and blurred out. Oh my God, focus. I love when like autofocus isn't turned on and it focuses on like one part of your face. But I think I'm gonna cut the crease and then I need to find a brown in these. It's really close to my skin tone. So let's check this one. That might actually be it. Let's check this one. Oh, both of these are really, really glowy. My goodness. Let's swatch them just to look at them again for like the 5th time. I think I'm actually gonna go with this lighter one because I like my eyes a little lighter. So I'm gonna cut the crease real quick and we'll be back. All right, so I actually cut the crease and added this shimmer shade, which actually comes out exactly like a Super Shock glitter, which is real nice and fun. So I'm gonna do that real quick on camera. And I think I should dab and then rub because if I just rub it straight on, it doesn't come off shimmery. Oh, look at that. Oh. I love that. I love a shimmery eyeshadow. I love a glitter. I love anything shiny. Cause I'd rather be shiny. But yeah, so now that I've patted that out and like set the concealer because I refuse to cut my eyes with eye primer because it does not work for me. Like my shimmers do not show up on eye primer and I don't know why. I really don't. I don't know if it's me. I don't know if it's the eye primer or like what. But I think I'm also going to go into this shade. Ooh, it actually looks white, but it's not white. Let me swatch it. For the inner, ooh, it's blinding. But I'm going to go in with that for the inner corner. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay. But I'm just going to go in with it for the inner corner. And I'm going to like try to like bring it down under my eyes. Because I've been doing this lately to like illuminate my eyes. Because I don't know if you can tell, but I have very deep set lower eye, like lower eye bone. I don't know what you call it. It's like my cheekbone is right here, but like my orbital bone is right here. And so I just got all this extra space. Like I could stick a brush in there if I wanted to. But I shouldn't because lobotomies are illegal. But I love how shiny that is. Like, oh my God. It's picking up texture that's on my skin that's really not there. And I'm getting like paranoid that I'm like getting old, even though I'm obviously not old. So I'm gonna take actually a flat shader brush and I'm gonna go in with a dark brown. I think I'm gonna go in with this one right here. This one right here, actually, my fingers. But I'm just gonna pat it on first and then oh, I hate that. I should clean it up with some sunscreen later. Actually, I'm not too mad about it, but I think it would be better if I went in with an actual brown eyeliner. So let me just do a little fluffy fluff on the other side, and then I'll pull out a brown eyeliner so we can go over it. This look is like really simple. Like I really need to bust out some liner to make this like extraordinary. Let me pull up a mirror. Okay, now that I have a mirror, let's see if I can do this better. Okay, so that's the wing, so that's good. My lash line. I haven't used an eyeliner like this in years. I think the last time I used an eyeliner like this I was still in like high school. And it was a Milani eyeliner that I stole from the drugstore because I was broke. So let's go in for the other eye. Actually, I really like that. I like it a lot. Huh. I wonder if it's good for music for watching the boys. Ooh, that's sharp. I could cut somebody with that. Ooh. So I went in to make it bigger and I messed it up, but it's okay because we're gonna go back over with some white eyeliner. So I think I want to sketch out the line with the ColourPop BFF liner, this little felt tip boy. And I like the concept of it, but it gets dirty so easily. So I'm always trying to like clean it and all that. But I'm gonna sketch it out with this. Cause you see how it's not fully white anymore? Okay, so I'm gonna do that to the other eye as well. This video has been really quiet. I don't really have anything to talk about. I am really lacking my manic energy. Like it's the first night that I actually get any sleep that I have zero energy for a video. And like I'm trying to do these videos all week. I don't know if I can edit them the same day though, because life has been wonky, so wonky. Also, I just tried a Haagen-Dazs ice cream bars and they're amazing and I don't know how I haven't had them before. Okay, so in the meantime, while that eyeliner is drying, I'm going to pop in some concealer, some blush, and some highlight, and then we're going to go in with my Hydra liners, because those I know I can get an opaque coverage with. So. Okay, I'm back. Okay, so I got a base on. It's really dry, really crusty. It's hot outside. Hopefully. Actually, no, it's not even dry anymore. Why does it look so dry if it's not dry? Whatever. But I got my base on. I can't put any foundation on my head. Can't put anything on my head because I have to ride my bike to work. And I sweat like a mug. Before I go in with the eyeliner, I want to take a warm brown and flush it out on my lower lash line. So I'm going to go in with this warm brown because it's almost like a burnt sienna. And pat, 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 pat. And then we blend. Looks about right. It's dark as hell, but it looks about right. I don't know how people can do this on camera. I really can't. See, this is what I wanted it to look like. I'm having really, really bad luck today with my makeup. Like, my concealer was too light. My blending on my lower lash line was too dark. My eyeliner was too big. My hair won't cooperate. I feel like all my beauty genes flew away. They flew away into the sky along with my confidence. We forgot brow bone highlight. We got all the other highlights, but brow bone highlight we're missing. So I'm gonna go with this one. Do a little bit of shoop shoop. Oh. Oh. We love that. Revolution's always playing these epic games with their shimmers. Like, their shimmers are always so nice. I don't always find their mattes to be the best, but their shimmers are always super duper amazing. Like, it's ridiculous. All right, so I got my brush all ready and full of eyeliner, and I'm just gonna whoa, look how opaque that is. All right, and then we're gonna do that to the other side. I've been thinking about like school field trips a lot, and I haven't been on a school field trip in like years. I want to like go on an adventure, but I can't because of the beer, you know? And I'm actually making this a little bit thicker right here so that it creates more interest. Wow. Wow. So actually rinse this before you go back in because eyeshadow gets picked up on it. Good deep. And then I think I'm also gonna go over the top of the brown liner. Oh. And I'm starting to hate it. I'm starting to mess it up. Starting to hate it. Starting to mess it up. Okay. That's on. I'm gonna just rock with it, roll with it. That's what it's gonna be. Okay, so I got the other eye on, and I don't know what I really want to do now. I think I might want to add like a little rhinestone to the inner corner. What do you think? Let me just put it there. Let's see. Nope. Nope, that's not it. Actually, instead of those big old pearls, I'm going to take a couple of nail rhinestones. They're really tiny. And probably what I should have used for the gray look, but I'm just going to pop those on. Oh, you can't even see it on camera. Where's the other one? Oh, I don't know if you can see those. Okay. You can kind of see them, but from afar, can you see them? Nope. Nope, nada. So actually, I'm going to put on lashes on camera, and then we're going to look at the final look. Alrighty, so I am back. I added a little bit of lashes, just a little bit of like little wispy beads. They're actually really cute and natural. I was wearing them for a good bit, like almost every day. And I'm like, oh no, because I accidentally ripped the lash band off of one of them. And it's like the second you get your lash to the point where it's like super good, it's like the first time you wear them, it's not that comfortable. Second time, super comfortable. And then the second to last time you wear them, they're super comfortable. And it's just like that time I thought they were on their last time. And like right now, they're so comfortable. Like I feel like I have no lashes on. But like obviously I do. But let me talk about these eyeshadows because like, dude, look how easily it blended. I can't even. Normally like brown is a really low-key eyeshadow, and this I even feel is low-key, especially for like me, even though I added like the little rhinestones. But like I feel like there's so much that can be done with this palette, but that's more so if like you're the basic pumpkin spice girl. This is giving real strong pumpkin spice vibes, like Too Faced. Oh my god, yeah. But like this, I just love it, and this is perfect for like if you're a natural girl on the go, or if like you're going on vacation, because this will be the only palette you need. Actually, tomorrow when I use it, I might want to even try using a couple of these shades for bronzer, and for sure use a shade for highlight, because I know for a fact these would make cute highlight shades, especially this one right here. Ooh. But I'm gonna head off to work. I'm gonna see you guys in about a day or so, or maybe at the end of today. Oh, should this be the thumbnail? Love that. But I'll see you around. Bye. Alrighty, so we are back with part 2, and for this look, I didn't really plan it out. I planned it at like 2 a.m. today, but it was gonna be like a regular like crease, and then you do gold, but you do like an ombre gold, and then another crease with mattes, if that makes any sense whatsoever. So I'm gonna just go in with a little bit of concealer, and this is in shade 10.5 from the Conceal and Define line. I put on way too much, but if that's not a normal part of life, I don't know what is. So I think I'm gonna go in with this brown and then diffuse it out with this brown and this brown. So I'm just gonna try and like pat it in the crease to start off with the darkest color, like so many people do. And I really don't like doing that because I feel like I can't get a nice blend with it, and I feel like I have to keep going back in with colors if I do it like that. This is how, like, in the old days people used to do their cut creases. They would just go in with a dark color and like pat on in a flat line and then blend upwards. That was before they started doing concealer to do it. This is back when like eye bases were not a thing. And now I'm gonna go in with a crease brush into this shade. See what I'm saying? I don't like this technique, but I'm just gonna keep blending. With this technique, you have to just blend and blend and blend and blend. It's a ridiculous amount of blending. And I'm sorry if the lighting's a little weird today. I'm like sitting at a different spot on the table, and so the mirror is at a different angle. Oof, I hate that. Okay, so now I want to go in with actually one of these lighter shades, probably this one, because the lid is looking a little too dark, like just for my taste. I'm gonna just blend that on top, and it's doing nothing to repair it. It's better on this side because I didn't bring it as high because I could look at the mirror better because I wasn't looking in the viewfinder. And I actually think I want to make this a little bit darker, so I'm gonna go in with I think this third to last shade because it's like a warm undertone, and I'm gonna pat it on first like I do all shadows, and then blend up. And I'm going in really gently with this. Even though I'm like choking the brush, I'm going in actually very gently. Like, it's not even going down that much. Now, normally when people choke the brush, it ends up like this, but I'm just going very gently. I'm surprised at how gently I can do this. I'm genuinely shocked. I feel like when I do other makeup on other people, I'm going really rough, and they're like, you're actually going super gentle. It's kind of shocking. Years of practice, years of getting ready early and not even having the strength to add pressure. So I'm gonna wing this right side out a little more so that it matches this side. I like how I always wing it out great on this side, and then this side it ends up like choked up. It just does not always work out on my right side, which is odd because the liner on my right side always turns out well. So I'm gonna cut the crease real quick, and then we're gonna go in with shimmers. You know something? I've never tried cutting a crease with the e.l.f. 16-hour Camo Concealer, so I'm actually gonna try that right now for the first time ever. So as I was carving that out, I did realize why I don't really use it, because it dries down very quickly. So in the meantime with that, I'm gonna go in with this teeny tiny crease brush, and I'm gonna go in with some of the shimmer. So I wanna go in with this shade for sure, and then this one, and then maybe one of these deeper bronze. So let's go in. See how well it applies. Yeah, see it already set down, so it's not picking up the color as nicely as it could. And this is like a packing brush. All right, so that shade went better on my left eye, probably because I had done that one second. So I'm gonna go in with just a mixture of these two shades right here and bring that right here in the middle. And it's coming off a lot lighter than I thought it was going to be, which isn't bad, but also not what I wanted. So I feel like this would have actually probably gone better if I used like my Girls Night Out shadow from Sephora. I love Sephora too much, in fact. They have taken too much of my money, like way too much of it. Okay, so I'm actually going back in with that just the yellow one, just that yellow gold, and it's looking a little bit better. Yeah, it looks a little deeper. And then I think I want to go in with this shade, this like sienna shimmer. I'm gonna go in and put that on the last third. Yeah, so that's the exact color I wanted, except it's overexposed. So now that all three of those shimmers are applied, I hope you can get like a good view of them from this angle. I'm gonna cut the crease again, and I'm gonna go in with just matte shades, and I wanna end the last corner of it with like this deep dark like umber shade, and start it off with one of these lighter nude colors. So one at a time, I'm gonna start off with this shade and just pick up as much product as possible, because I noticed that the lighter shades are a lot heavier packed in. And I'm gonna like pat it on to set down that concealer. And then I'm gonna go in with this orange and then this brown. So blending the mattes together, they go really nicely. And they actually blend really easily, especially when like you put down a transition shade. And I'm going in with that slightly darker warm brown, and then I'm gonna finish it off with the darkest brown in the palette. And I'm going in with that dark brown. I'm gonna pat it on so I get as much color payoff as possible. And then I'm gonna wing it out and then blend. And then don't worry about the edges because it's gonna get cleaned up later. Okay, so that's how that blend on the eye is looking now. I don't really like how that is. I might add maybe a dash of white eyeliner to make that cut crease more like sharp or like cohesive. I don't know what word I want to use for that. Look more present. I rarely ever do like an open cut crease, so this is really reaching outside of like my regular comfort zone. Like I feel like I've been doing that a lot with my makeup. Like my usual everyday makeup is already reaching out of people's comfort zones, and it's like the usual everyday makeup of somebody else is actually what's outside of my comfort zone. And it's really strange for me to think about because I don't really normally do brown eyeshadow. Only time I ever do brown eyeshadow is if like I have absolutely no time for anything whatsoever. Okay, so now that I have both eyes done, I actually don't think I need the white eyeliner. Maybe if I was like going out for the night, I might add the white eyeliner, but I don't think I need it at this point. So I think this would be like the final project for the eyeshadow, other than like, you know, popping a little bit of white in the inner corner, which I should probably do right now. So I'm gonna take that same packing brush and I'm gonna just dab it on because this white is very hard, and I'm gonna just do a little pop, swirl, pop, swirl. That's how you just get the little circle. I used to do that all the time, like years ago, back when, to just do my highlight, because I always liked it in like a little circle. And then I started getting to the point where I'm blending it, and now I'm at the point where I just take that highlight completely under my eye. It's an evolution. Alrighty, so I gave up on the natural lighting and I turned my ring light on, but another thing I was talking about earlier in the week was like using the eyeshadow as like a contour powder or like a bronzer, because I know like for melanin inclined sisters, including myself, it's hard to find a bronzer. Some lines like CoverGirl and Revolution, they're like making bronzers that work for us. Even Morphe was a little iffy, but now they have a couple of shades. But I feel like if I were to do it, I would probably use like maybe this shade. Or maybe this one. I feel like this one might be too light, but then again, you kind of layer it on. So I'm actually going to swatch these two, and maybe even this one, and just see how they look. Nope, too light. Too light. And then this one is a maybe, because my hand is darker than my face. So this shade might be a maybe, but I might also go in with even one of this one. Ooh, that's a little dark. Oh, that one actually is looking more like a yes. So I'm going to pop on concealer and we're going to get into it. All right, so I put on a little bit of concealer. I didn't like set it or anything because I'm just trying to not do that today. So I'm going to go in actually with this shade that I was talking about. And I'm just going to go real lightly. I'm taking like a contour brush. I'm just dabbing, just real gentle. I'm just going to pat it on before blending it out just to see how deep it is. Oh, that's pretty deep. It's actually pretty cool toned as well. So I'm going to just blend this up. Actually, it blended out really nicely. Ignore my triple, quadruple chin. And there's not enough left on my brush for me to like fully carve out the other side of my face. I hate when I do that because like it kind of messes up the shape that you're creating. But actually overall as a contour, oh, no, because it didn't blend out nicely over the concealer. That's gonna be the clincher. But I think for today, I'm actually gonna do it because we live in a mask nation. So no one's seeing the lower half of my face anyway. So I'm actually not too mad about that. It doesn't blend out nicely, but it does create like some warmness to my face. I might actually go in with like a warmer shade and bring it like to my hairline. But yeah, let me pop on my lashes and all that off camera and then we'll get into it. Alrighty, so I wanted to flash into like completely artificial lighting to see how I felt about the actual contour, and I actually am not mad about it. Even like the shadow, like I'm actually not mad about it. These lashes aren't on right. I'm gonna take them off and put them on again, but regardless of that, let's get into like using the eyeshadow as like a highlight, because that's what I usually do with Revolution Shimmers. Alrighty, so I think I'm gonna go in with this shade. Let's see how it goes on. Oh, that's a little strong. But then again, there's no such thing as too much highlight. Oh, that's actually lighter than I thought it was going to be. But it is blinding as all can be. Let me blend this out. It blends out really nicely. Oh, this is perfect. Oh, I'm in love. It's extremely blinding. This is why I use eyeshadow as highlight. Bottom line. And actually, let me go in with another shade. So I actually went in that glittery shade underneath it for my chin because I wanted something a little darker for my chin. Because if I put a highlight that's too light on my chin, if I take a photo, that's literally all you can see in the photo. So actually, with that done, let me highlight my brow bone and then open my brow bone. The shade comes across really glittery, which I'm not mad about, but oh my god. Look at that pop. Look at that. All that. Oh. All of that shimmer. All of that light. If I made a highlight palette, I would call it Shimmer Lights. But that highlight is blinding. Beyond blinding. But yeah. Okay. So that's the final project of this palette. I'm actually genuinely happy. I think this kind of made me fall in love with like browns again. Especially like this look that I did today. I'm loving it, and I'm so glad that I came up with it. I'm sorry if there's a bit of an echo. I'm in the bathroom. But thank you so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, and stay tuned for my next episode. All right, bye!